This is my 2015 McLaren 650S that I recently bought sight unseen, and today we're about to go and take it in for its out-of-province inspection. We're about to put it in the trailer, get it over to Horizon Automotive. They are our local McLaren specialists. This car has already been a little bit of a story because we sourced it from a dealer out of BC, and it turns out they were dishonest and they knew about an issue with the car, being that it's got a strut that needs replaced, and they didn't disclose it. And because we brought it in through work here at Adrenaline Exotics, legally there's no course of action, so we do know that it has that one issue off the hop, but we want to get this thing into Horizon, make sure it's serviced, make sure it's happy, healthy, and we need to do an out-of-province inspection anyways. So it kind of checks off all these boxes at once. I'm hoping that they don't really find anything else. I've given the car a quick look over myself. We bought it at a dollar value, that we left some room if it needs a little bit of stuff to be 100% up to par, but we're planning to put a ton of mileage on this car and it needs to be 100% turnkey ready with no issues. So this is where we're starting. I don't know yet if we're gonna get them to do the full service or if I'm gonna do some of the servicing myself, at least initially. I will be doing the work on the car myself as far as any upgrades and things in the future. But at least for now, I want them to give it a quick look over. They have the scan tools that can communicate with the car, and we'll just make sure it is ready to go and up to snuff. We're gonna get this thing loaded up in the trailer, go drop it off there. But for now, getting this thing outside, it is so gorgeous. The paint doesn't really show well on camera, but it's got like a yellowy gold metallic flake, and it just friggin' pops. So happy that this is the route we went. Sure, we are gonna add some more goodies and do some more stuff with it as time goes along, as per always. But for now, we've got it all here warmed up. I'm about to put the top up, load it in the trailer, hit the road, and go take it to Horizon so we can figure out everything that's wrong with it. Hopefully it isn't much, but we know it's for sure a little. Car is all loaded up in the trailer. This trailer is super sick. Fits like a glove. We're all strapped down, ready to go. Got the roof up. Let's hit the road. We have made it. Roads are gross. To be honest, we did think about just driving the car down and looking at the way it is. We probably could have, but it's all right. It's probably smarter to have it here, get the OPI done, and have them look through the car before deciding to drive it for that hour and a half. But we have made it to Horizon. These guys are quite fantastic. See if Alex will let us in. Perfect. Another 650. How's it going? Good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, man. We'll see, I'll pull the car around, but figured I'd come and see first.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No, showing everybody around. Yeah. This is Horizon. Brought a couple cars to Alex before. He helped us tune the Jaguar. Seen so few 650s absolutely anywhere. I'm staring at one and two right here. Apparently they seem to be less rare than I thought they were. We've got the full carbon fiber 765 LT. The Huracan up on the hoist. Mercy Roadster. Another 765. There's a lot of cool stuff here. These guys are absolutely fantastic. I'm very glad this is where we brought the 650S. There's always cool stuff. Hopefully there isn't too much wrong with the 650. Fingers crossed. We're pretty certain it needs one strut replaced, and we don't think there's anything else, but we're gonna find out. We're in good hands. Gonna go get the car unloaded, bring it around, and get her dropped off. This exposed carbon is insane.
And then like suede.
Yeah, and the white one on the back has the P1 seats.
Oh, nice. It's funny because there was a 650S that had those in it that was available before I bought mine. Yeah. And I was really hoping, because they're so much nicer than the stock 650 seats or the regular ones. Like, oh, this thing is just carbon everywhere. Coarse ceramics, but like just everything is exposed carbon. Like you look at the blade and the headlight, every bit of this car is just all exposed carbon. Yeah, wild. See, and come back here, Hope. Show you. Well, it's still got the Sigma plate. Like when I say I want to put a different wing on the 650, it would look a lot more like this, and it'd still move up the same way that these ones do. But this is just ludicrous. Alex is absolutely awesome, and it's quite funny because Horizon is actually, well, now they're certified as a McLaren tech, or I think they might be one of the only ones in Alberta. Obviously, Pfaff in Calgary used to be the McLaren dealership, but as of actually a couple days from now, they're shut down and closing their doors. There is still Pfaff McLaren across the country, but the Pfaff in Calgary shut down. So now the closest McLaren dealer is in Vancouver. which for us it isn't as big of a deal because we're not going to be looking really for warranty work and whatever else. But it is good to know that there's a McLaren certified shop around. Like for example, with this car, we are going to have to replace a strut from the sounds of it. And in replacing a strut, trying to do that is a royal pain in the butt because you need the correct tools to work with the high pressure system, like the high pressure hydraulic suspension. And they're able to do that here, which is awesome. And best of my knowledge, they're the only other ones around that I know of that can. So if you have anything in Alberta supercar wise, I brought multiple cars here. I've sent multiple clients to Alex. He's absolutely awesome. And I'm sure we will be doing more business. But let's get this thing fired up and out of the trailer. Go, 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 go. Woo! Look at those frickin' pipes. Damn. Absolutely gorgeous. We're all unstrapped. Let's get this thing out of the trailer.
I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed. Feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely.
First official ride in the McLaren.
Come on, ladies. It's only going like an 1/8 of a block, but it counts. It's the first time we're both in the McLaren together. And we'll see here, like I just mentioned, like we did think about potentially just driving it down here and driving down separately. But this car, like the dealership that had this car, like I say, they were a little bit shady, but they had this car for a long time. And this car has been doing a lot of sitting. I would feel better, like personally, I don't have the time this second to look it over, nor the tools or the expertise with these. I'm very mechanically inclined and very smart, and I will be doing work on this car, but I'd rather start from a point of somebody qualified looked at it and gave it the bill of health before I get my hands on it. And as we go along, I'm not worried. It's gonna be lots of fun. It's gonna do really well, but for the time being, it makes me feel a little bit better to know that before we get driving it tonight, before it gets too many miles, especially on crappy winter roads or on crappier roads, it makes me feel better to know that it's been looked at, somebody's gone through it, and somebody who knows what they're doing. So it's here. We haven't actually really driven it yet. This is the first time, and it's for about 50 feet, but counts for something, and this is pretty awesome. I love the tack in this car.
GLC.
Here's a GLC.
That's
Look
my
at this.
car.
Look at this car spotter. No, this is pretty cool. And hopefully, when we come to pick this thing up, we're not still staring at going through massive puddles and snow to get it out and drive it home. Did you just say?
I said that is a very sexy car. Probably the sexiest car I've ever seen.
She's got great taste. She's staring at the full exposed carbon fiber 765 LT. And yeah, that's insane. Like that is, at least Canadian dollars, that is $1 million car. Like it's absolutely crazy, and it's just every bit of the details. It's really cool to be here and be around more of this stuff, because obviously I get to be around it lots at work, but there's still a cut above the cars that we have as of the moment, and that is where we're headed. It just hasn't gotten there quite yet, and to see a little bit of that in person is pretty cool. Still super cool to see both the other 650s. Say predating this, I'd seen one car in Calgary about a year ago, last year. Since then, seen my car, seen the orange car that was on the same truck and trailer as my car, and now, funny enough, number 4 and number 5 that I've ever seen, including this one. So our car's in good hands. We're gonna get it finished, dropped off with Alex, and hopefully the damage ain't too bad. So I guess seeing it in person, what do you think? The black, green, the white, what do you like?
I like, the green is just special. Like it's just
Yeah.
a little bit more of like a in your face.
Well, and like it's hard to tell, but like the gold / yellowy flake that it has looks really good.
The lighting, yes.
Yeah.
The wheels can definitely, you know, I'm not a big fan of the McLaren wheel, the color.
Yeah.
You change them to gloss black
Like,
Yeah.
those look better.
Oh yeah, that looks way better.
or gloss black.
When I was talking about the roof, like a guy could do the same wrap if a guy wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't mind, like seeing it in person, I don't mind the roof as much. Like, it's not bad. It really isn't bad. It definitely needs, like, gonna do lowering springs.
Yeah.
They sit way too high stock.
Oh, your nose lift is up right now, right?
Yeah, nose lift is up, but even like down, I don't know, they look like, you look at the wheel gap in the back.
Yeah, it should be like that.
Yeah, exactly. Is that one on springs?
No, that's OEM.
Really?
One's here for power upgrades. So downpipe in the station.
Interesting, because it looked like, it almost looks like it's sitting lower in the back.
Maybe the color?
Maybe? Because I don't know, like I was looking and I guess it seems like lowering springs isn't supposed to be too bad because you don't have to unhook any of the like hydraulic suspension. You just have to unbolt it and do it from the bottom.
That's special too.
Yeah, because you just need, need the spring compressor and whatnot. But
Yeah, I did the Black 720, the Sherwood motor sold about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did lowering springs on that one.
How was it?
It's good. Straightforward. Yeah.
And curious too, power-wise out of these, what are you guys seeing as like safe numbers to make?
Well, that one will be 140 horsepower more.
Okay.
Than the factory 6.
Yeah, 640 or 642.
Yeah, so at 140.
Nice. Because we'll see at some point we'll be doing an exhaust downpipes and tuning on this. I don't know how quickly or not.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you use the downpipes in software,
Yeah.
velocity AP.
Yeah. Well, it's the same stuff. Like it's currently what's in my Jag. If you remember, we did the, we did all the same stuff.
Yeah.
But no,
Nah,
just here and happy.
Very nice. Yeah.
Thank you. No, hey, happy we went with this. So obviously I still did look at that 540 we have at work, and it was like down to the last 2 minutes. But we ended up going with this.
Dude, I'm in shock that a 540 will be like close to the price of a 650. Hands down, I'll take a 650. Hands down.
Well, and the funniest part is, like, the 540 technically is the better money car right now. Like, I think the 540, I could have bought them around the same price, and the 540 is worth probably an extra 5 or 10 grand at least compared to this car, which is crazy because it shouldn't be. Like, this is the better car.
And I don't hate the 540 because I like McLaren.
Yeah.
But I will not consider a 540 or a 570. Not for me. I would rather have an MP412C
Really?
over a 540. But just the looks.
Yeah.
I don't like the headlights. I don't like the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Obviously, a 650 is the way to go, right? And because you know what? The 720, 765 LT, too big.
Yeah. Well, it's funny
Like
because
I'm small, right? So I feel like I'm doing this.
That's funny. No, well, it's, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't these supposed to be pretty on par with a stock 720, stock for stock? So that's what I've heard from multiple people is that like power and like speed wise, this and a 720 feel around the same.
You mod it, you'll be faster than 720.
No, because it's funny, I still haven't, I drove it from the parking lot to here, I still haven't drove one of these. I've drove 720s.
First drive. Oh,
Yes, so I've drove 720s, and I've drove the 570s and 540s, but I haven't driven one of these. And like doing the research, I'm like, this was supposed to be the way to go. And yeah, said screw it and got her done, but.
You know what, honestly, I didn't know they were in that price range.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm ready, I think next year I'll be ready to part with my Aston Martin.
Yeah.
And probably the X6M, that one right there.
Yep.
I'll come see you.
Yeah, do it, man. I'd be happy to get you hooked up and we'll find you a car.
Like I say, I'll be happy with an MP412C. The only problem though is that some of the MP412Cs don't have as forward as I need to be. As the 2012, 2013, they do go forward enough.
Yeah.
In small size.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's the thing, and it's cool too for what it's worth. Like I say, I've been telling people, because I've been asked a few times now where, it's like, well, with McLaren closing down, where do you take them for service? And I've been telling people that this is where you take them for service. and we'll continue to do so.
Anybody else? Well, ZR can offer, but I don't know how much maintenance he does. I don't know.
Well, and like I know Grand Touring will do it, or like a couple of those places.
Yeah.
But as far as like good pricing and expertise and whatever else,
they're yes.
like this is the place to be. Well, say bye-bye to the 650 for now, and hopefully we'll see it in not too long and be driving it home. I don't know, we'll see how many days it is for us. For you guys, it will be 2 seconds and we'll be back to pick up the 650S. Okay, so we just heard back from Alex, and it turns out the McLaren actually needs more than we wanted, which is kind of unfortunate. It makes sense. Like, we found out by back channels that the last time it was at McLaren in Vancouver, they called it for 1 strut, and now after getting it out of province inspected, it turns out it needs 4. All 4 are leaking, which if one's leaking, it makes sense that all 4 would be leaking. And the correct course of action would kind of be to do all 4 anyways. We were hoping we'd be able to get away with 1, but we are going to need to do all 4 corners, which is quite unfortunate, but it just is what it is. I'm just glad we're creative and able to find fun solutions that others kind of aren't. Like, funny enough, if we go to McLaren and say, I just need 4 new struts, they say, sir, that will be $34,000 plus installation, which is absolutely insane. But that being said, if we send them down south to go get rebuilt, there's a company down south called Rebuild Master Tech that rebuilds the suspension. So, and of course we're all talking Canadian dollars, but that is going to cost us around $100 plus a little bit of shipping, plus install and whatever else, but will be $6,500-ish all in to have all 4 corners done, which isn't ideal, but is a whole lot better than 35-40 grand that it would have cost installed at McLaren with new components. So I don't know yet exactly how long it'll take. It'll still be a few weeks here, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to go pick up the suspension, get it all shipped down south, get it rebuilt, get it back, and away we go. We are back at Exotics. It's been about a week and a half, and we are about to head back down the highway towards Horizon. And funny enough, we have another beautiful McLaren sitting here in the trailer. It's quite funny. I'm actually a little sad I didn't end up with this car. I really like this car. The only reason at all that I didn't end up with this car instead of mine was just because it's a little bit higher K than I was hoping for from the standpoint of being able to put mileage on. This car has 54,000 kilometers on it, which isn't actually that much for one of these cars, but if you're trying to be conscious of the value of the car and leave room to put on 25,000 kilometers, because I put on a lot of mileage, it's a little bit more difficult because reselling that car with 75,000 K would be a little bit more of a pain and not leave as much safety. But it's actually quite funny because that orange car used to belong to Dan Martell, which is one of my business heroes, and it would have been friggin' perfect, but it is what it is. We, meaning me and the young buck, who used to but no longer has an Evo because he's not cool anymore, so drives that instead. We are headed down the highway. Gonna go drop this off and go see what's up with my car at Horizon. All right, we're back at Horizon. There's an SVR up front. There's also a G-Wagon that's at least somewhat Brabus kitted up. Looking good. Let's go check out some shit. Woo. Hey. You say, howdy. Pretty good, buddy. There's another 650s on 650s. It's hilarious. What are you working on? Holy shit. Is there 5 650s in here right now?
This is an MP.
Oh, it is an MP.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, with the volcano.
Rear bumper.
Yeah.
Where'd the volcano kit come from?
This one is a UK item. Yeah, I did the first Valvotronic in Canada. Yeah, and Agos Motors did the first straight pipe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know the DDE one, and it's funny, because I looked at and thought that would be friggin' awesome on my car, but I also saw the Valvetronic kits 14 Gs, and I was like, eh.
I did the Valvetronic, yeah. Because you don't want to be loud all the time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is nice. Yeah. For the content side of things, I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't hurt my feelings too much. Yeah. I would rather be cheap and loud all the time than expensive and have both.
Way cheaper, yeah.
But we shall see.
UK. But I'm a distributor for FI, right? I think the FI tips are bigger, which is nicer. I think the carbon fiber makes it a little bit smaller, but whatever, right? Yeah.
No, that's awesome. No, because I thought like I would love.
Sports tuning.
Yeah, sportsexhaust.ie. Yeah. No, I was gonna say I'm gonna take a picture of this right now.
That's wicked.
Because I was literally looking up exhaust options for my car and just haven't.
Dude, go Velocity AP.
Yeah, well, and that too.
Bang for your buck.
That is the bang for your buck.
The black one has Velocity AP, and it's with the software is 710.
Nice.
Faster than a 720 stock to model.
Very, very nice. What do you think reliably we can push from my car without it being ridiculous?
Dude, do a stage 2 software, catless downpipes, and even run your factory exhaust.
Yeah.
Because that's what the black one is.
Yeah.
And 700 plus. You're already right there at 700 plus.
And do you find guys does stuff want to blow up at that? Like how often do you see guys have issues on just stage 2?
Zero.
Like no reliability change?
Zero issues. Yeah.
Perfect.
Other than your batteries and your suspension.
Yeah.
Like the McLaren things.
Yeah, but it's but that's not power related. It's just.
As far as power related? Nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you factory heat shields. So it's nothing. Yeah, Velocity EP is the bang for your buck, man.
No, well, and that was what I was curious about. Is it I know these cars are notoriously unreliable. Does any of that change if you add 200? Is it much worse, or is it it's still the same stuff?
Same stuff.
Perfect.
Same stuff.
Oh, I miss my car. It's sad because, like I said, I never did drive it.
I know, you drove it in here and that's it.
Yeah, literally, across the street.
We'll drive it out.
We'll drive it out.
Get out of here. Yeah. So there's the suspension right here. It's so
wicked.
legal. So I don't know if you want to make some marks so you guys doesn't mix them up.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But mixing up those springs from front to rear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Very, very cool. It'll just work better. I'll package them all up. I'll probably put them I'll get a gun transport, a gun case, because I've done that before with motocross suspension.
Oh, okay. Because
I've shifted.
if they leak during the shipping.
Yeah.
The end expensive, man. Leaks, any kind of leaks, man.
Yeah.
It's so expensive. That's why I'm surprised sometimes when the stuff like that. When I did the Ferraris, got them rebuilt. The suppliers send me special bags to.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you wrap the shit around.
Yeah, because I've like I say, we've packaged up motocross suspension before, because like I said, that's the world I come from before this.
Yeah.
And I've done that. I'll just have to figure out how to get this stuff, and then I'll get it sent out in the next day or so.
Yeah. Take pictures.
Yes.
Of your accumulators.
Yep.
So you know how you're sending them, because they are very fragile, the accumulators, right? And they're notorious to fail. So make sure you take pictures of that, so when you get them, your accumulators is still counted for good accumulators, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, and it is quite nice, at least. Seems like they've done lots of these. The seats I wish my car had.
The P1 ones? The
Yeah.
P1 seats, yeah.
Well, I saw a 650 that was available with the P1 seats a month ago. But
this is an add-on? This isn't
original? Yeah, that's an add-on, Yeah, we had a black one with the MSO.
With the proper,
With the proper scoop right here, and the roll cage.
Okay.
But this option, dude, was $40K.
Yeah. No, I know, it's ridiculous.
Okay, man, just insane.
what panels are these? Do you know? What panels are these?
What are they made of?
Yeah.
Two versions. On the 720, they came out with glasses.
Yep.
But they were cracking under stress. So they were repairing them on the Notorious, so they went to a different material.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was curious. We're looking at the car that comes from Joe, and Tyson told me, he's like, yeah, it's not carbon and it's not glass. And I've never seen one that wasn't one or the other.
The 720s used to have glass, the very early models.
Yep.
They're known to crack, so they will replace it once, and if the brakes fails again,
That's so crazy.
they will just change it to a different composite. So a straight pipe.
This is just probably rank.
Too, Velocity.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
so
say.
the oversized tips is almost the biggest you can go without any fitment issues,
Wow.
right? It makes the factory ones look like this little compared to that, right?
Yeah.
It's funny now.
See, it's funny though, because even beyond that, you look at this rear end and then you look at the rear end on the 12C, and even this looks 10 times better than this does. Always so much good stuff. I'm gonna say, Huracan's still apart and the engine's still here, same as it was last time. Another G-Wagon, this thing looks good. very, very good. I gotta ask too, Alex, you probably know, when I was doing some digging as far as like lowering springs, because to me this doesn't look like it's on lowering springs, but it is lowered. What do you know what's on it?
H&R.
H&R? Okay, because I got doing some looking and I put up a couple posts in like the owners groups on Facebook, and
Factory
guys,
is Ibach.
well, and I was gonna say guys are saying that you could lower the factory springs to the lowest collar.
You can do that too, yes, yeah. You just need to be careful if you have a nose lift. You need to be careful with that, right?
Okay, how come? Or like what does it screw with on the nose lift?
If it has too much slack from the nose lift, okay, so where this nose lift and where the spring sits to the collar, it has too much slack. When you go over a bump, you'll hear a
Oh, yeah.
The spring can.
Yeah.
It won't move because it's sitting on hats, on directional hats, but yeah, it will just be a slightly noisy.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the same preload.
Yeah, because it's in theory it's like a semi-coil over kind of thing. It's similar to the Aston Martins. It has a little ring right there that you can lower. Right? Yeah, you can definitely can. You just gotta know your limits.
Yeah.
Right, and then if you can live with the noise, it's no problem. Right?
Well, and
But this is lower.
yeah, okay. Because I don't know, that was the other thing is everybody said that these, when they're lowered, they're like, yeah, they ride like shit.
No, this one rides good.
Yeah? Okay. And it was on the H&Rs.
And H&R, yeah, because the factory ones are Ibach.
Yeah.
Like the factory stuff.
Gotcha.
These ones, they both have lots of TAP downpipes.
Yeah.
Stage 2 software.
Nice. I was going to say, we're going to have
They're
to...
actually louder than the 765 LT, man.
Really? Well, it's good looking, because this is the factory exhaust, hey?
Factory exhaust, yeah, like I say, the bank.
Yeah, like that's...
Go downpipes and software.
Yeah, because
That's
like this doesn't even...
The cheapest, and it gives you a nice bang for your buck.
Yeah. And
And it puts you to 700 plus.
what's the cost on the volcano kit that's on that car?
14,000? 10,000? 14,000?
Yeah, it's like...
Valvetronic. It's straight pipes, like
Yeah.
What's the straight pipe cost?
Do you know?
maybe like $5,000 difference.
Yeah.
I can't remember. My client I did it for him.
Yeah.
His MP412C was pushing 900 horsepower, and it was advertised on Hypercar and out of the States.
Okay.
Yeah. It was dying on and everything, but we did the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
It's like it's no big deal. It's like
Whatever.
That's so
he was
funny.
not interested in a straight pipe because the car was already loud as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Valvetronic was like, not to piss off the neighbors, but the fucking flames, dude, while driving. They were like,
Yeah.
What I find is the coolest that
Yeah, like-
there's
Yeah.
flames while
And
you're
you put it was Spider. So
Yeah.
you put the window down, and it was 2013. 2013, the last year of the MP412C.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just amazing.
Well, it's like I was thinking about that. I love the idea of doing a volcano. And to be honest, for me, I'm not that worried about the noise.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it would be nice to have Valvetronic.
Exact same, and then just goes.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Literally, that's it.
well, and I'm curious what the cheapest a guy could accomplish that would be. Cause like, I know I'm not gonna let myself justify 12, 15 G's to just go straight up.
That's right.
But if there's a way to do it that's not.
cheap, but the panels will be expensive.
Yeah.
Because you need proper exiting, and you gotta modify the heat shield, right?
Yes.
It's not a big deal. You cut out some holes and
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Cause no, I'm gonna be bugging you a little bit more. See if we can't make it. Yeah, do it. Cause it's got the downpipes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no plate. Beautiful. Gonna hear. This is a little tester of what our 650 might sound like. Some goodies. It's factory McLaren exhaust, downpipes. It's a beautiful car. Sounds all right. What do you think? That sounds so good. It does. Well, that's the thing. I never realized how like small the muffling devices are.
One sec. Yeah. So you do your thing, dude.
No, perfect. All right. Well, I'm gonna go pull. We've got the orange 570 in the trailer.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that pulled out, and I'll pull it up to the door here in a couple seconds.
Okay.
Beautiful. McLarens. I do really like the Gulf livery. Looks really good. Interior, not so much. It's funny, there was a car available out east that had the same white leatherette panels in the seats. And I don't know, it's not my shtick, but damn. So yes, the 650S is indeed not done. It turns out, I'm not gonna say just yet what dealer it is that's given us the runaround. We did source this car from a dealership who was dishonest about what it needed. It's not the end of the world. As you can see, the suspension is currently pulled off of the 650. At the moment is sitting in there. We just got to take it with. I got to pack it up, ship it down south, get them to fix it, and then they will reinstall it here at Velocity AP. Pretty impressed. There's always cool stuff going on here. We trust them very highly with our cars. Obviously, I trust them with my personal car. It's going to be a couple weeks yet before we get to drive the 650. We want to make sure that it is all like 100% happy and good to go before we do anything too ridiculous, or even at this point really take it for a drive, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's not really much else we can do about that. Yeah, I don't know. Sean, what do you think? First time seeing the 765. What's the thoughts?
Crazy. I've never seen anything like that yet in person. So that was like my first proper, not just a supercar, but also, you know, the coolest version of the B supercar. So to see that alongside McLaren was pretty sick.
Pretty wild stuff. I'm mad. See, last time, like 20 seconds ago for you guys, the last time we were here, obviously there was the full carbon bodied 765. That thing was nuts. And of course, because that had the Senna seats in it, and I think because it was a Spider. So the Spiders don't get the roof scoop.
Honestly, I thought that was slightly tacky that someone added on that roof scoop. Like, just own it that you didn't pay for the option.
We are gonna get this thing unloaded and get it chucked in here to Ryzen. This is something we've sold, and we've got it here for its final inspection before the client takes delivery. Cause yeah, Alex is great. They deal with all of our McLaren-esque stuff here. And well, to be honest, a lot of the exotic stuff, they do phenomenal work. We trust them highly, but they also don't charge 3 arms and 6 legs like a lot of other places do. If you go to the main dealers, which there is a main Lambo dealer, there used to be a main McLaren dealer, and there is still a main Ferrari dealer around. But of course, it's very expensive for what you're getting, if that makes sense. And of course, it is still the OEM manufacturer, still offers all that does, but at a very high cost, unfortunately, which is good. Like it is what it is, but the work here is just as good, if not better, and it's significantly more cost effective, and we do trust them, right? We trust them with everything. They do great work. It's quite awesome. So let's get this thing out of the trailer. I'm gonna join you guys in 2 seconds. Oh, I don't know. The McLarens never used to sound that insane to me, but they do sound really good. Still a flat plane crank V8, and that can't be denied. Still mad. I love that spec, and the fact that used to be Dan Martell's car makes it 5 times cooler. It makes me a little bit sad, but oh well. I was gonna say, the direction we're going reminds me a little bit of a Jim Rohn quote, which if you know, you know. Even if not, I won't judge you too hard. But it's like the whole idea. It's like, man, why do you get up so early? It's like, well, if you were headed where I'm headed, you'd be up early too. It's like, man, why are you so upset that you didn't get Dan Martell's car? Like, well, A, because I got another McLaren, and even just having a McLaren's friggin' wild. But, ooh, I am so distractible. Well, no, it's like, why are you so upset that you didn't get Dan Martell's car? It's like, well, hopefully, one of these days, gonna be meeting the guy, hanging out with the guy, and a lot of people like him, and that's pretty darn cool. So, all right, I'm gonna finish packing up suspension stuff here. I'm gonna go in there, meet him. We'll grab all the suspension for my car, so I gotta get that shipped out. And we actually got one more cool stop here yet today. I'm gonna go and run by one of our competitors, go say hi to the boys at Sherwood Motor Cars. They're one of our biggest competitors. They have a lot of cool stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff in a very cool location. So while we're in the area, Sean's got another car to pick up that's going out to one of the other Adrenaline Motors locations that we're gonna go grab. So we will go, that's in Sherwood Park. we'll go make a point to go say hey to a couple of the competitors and the guys over there. We do lots of business with the other exotics dealerships around, which just kind of makes sense. There's so few of us. If you look Alberta wide, there's, you know, you can count on your hands or on your fingers with certainty the amount of exotic car dealers there are. So we try and make sure we maintain good relationships and whatever else. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some 650 suspension, say goodbye to my car again for the next couple weeks at least, and then go check out some more stuff, head back down the highway, and wait for the next round of fun. Ah, that orange looks so good.
We're videoing?
We're videoing. And arrived at Sherwood Motor Cars we are.
What are we videoing?
Well, it's not the end of the vlog. We just still doing stuff.
Oh, we getting a food vlog? Because I'm freaking hungry, dude.
This guy's dying. Yeah, we're here at Sherwood. Let's go in and say hey. And we're back. We have got the truck and trailer. I've made it home. Edmonton, Red Deer, and home are all kind of a big triangle right now. So it made a lot more sense for me to just come home tonight rather than go back into the office and bring my car home. We've got the truck and trailer here. There's lots of cool stuff in the works. Funny enough, I have been commuting approximately 2 hours every day for the last year since I started with Adrenaline. That cuts into content time and whatnot a lot. And that is something that's about to change, which is pretty cool. We're about to start moving some stuff back over that direction. It's a good day. I'm excited to get going with the McLaren. There's gonna be a lot of fun to be had with that car and a lot of cool stuff in the works that I'm excited to do. So you see, there's a lot of cool stuff at Alex's shop. We've got the suspension back and we're gonna ship that out tomorrow in hopes that hopefully we have it back soon. We can get driving the 650. Like I said, I still haven't drove the car. That's probably gonna be the next video with the 650. I still haven't drove it. I drove it from the parking lot into the shop over there when we dropped it at Horizon, and I drove it into a trailer, and that's it. But that's all good. It's gonna be very, very exciting. It's gonna be so much fun to come. I've only had the car for a couple weeks now. I haven't even driven it, and it's already done so much cool stuff for me in business and everything else that entails. I'm super excited about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, all the good things. There's still so much more cool stuff to come. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.